Okay, there is some electricity issue. Then what we have seen, we have seen the Owen wire belt conveyor, right? Owen wire belt conveyor. We have seen Owen wire belt conveyor. Just 1 minute. Owen wire belt conveyor. Okay, what is the Owen wire belt conveyor? When we use Owen wire belt conveyor, it consists of a wire mesh belt. Okay, Owen wire, it is made up of stainless steel or mild steel wire. Mild steel wires. Okay, this is known as a Owen wire belt conveyor. We use, where is the use of that belt conveyor? Owen wire belt conveyor. It is used for the carrying the material to ovens, or we can say the quenching bath or washing plants, okay, drying plant or painting plants. Okay, there we are using the oven wire mesh belt. Okay, all of you getting what is the use of that oven wire mesh belt? Then next one is a chain conveyor. Okay, chain conveyor. If you have seen this construction and working of the chain conveyor belt, it consists of a endless chain. Okay, there we are using the endless chain. This chain are running over the drive, or we can say the head sprocket is there. Head sprocket is there, or we can say the drive sprocket, and another is a tail sprocket. The chain is running over the this two sprocket, drive sprocket or and tail sprocket. The drive sprocket is coupled with the drive unit. Okay, the load carrying stand to the chain is supported to the load carrying tracks are there. See, there are some load carrying tracks are used. Okay, while the return, the strand of the chain is supported to the return tracks. But if this chain conveyor is going forward direction, then they are supporting the uh, forward tracks, and when this belt is coming return direction, then they are stand of the chain is supported to the return tracks. Okay, where we are using in the flat belt conveyor return idler and forward idler. Same here we are using the chain stack. Then what is the advantage of this chain conveyor? The chain conveyors this display the low stretchability under the load. When you apply maximum load on that chain conveyor, then they will get the very low stretchability under the that load. Again, what is the second advantage? If chain conveyor can take impact load which are a unsuitable of the belt conveyor. Okay, when you impact applying the impact load which are unsuitable for the another belt conveyor. This is the one of the big advantage of the chain conveyor. Then chain conveyor are used for the transport the large load. Okay, transport the large load. Again, chain conveyor can be used as a when the the material temperature is maximum, or we can say the elevated temperature. At that time also we are using the chain conveyor. Okay, there is a again very less possibility of slip in chain conveyors, or we can say the no possibility of slip in the chain conveyor. Material can't slip over that chain conveyor. Then what is the limitation of the chain conveyor? See, there are, we have seen the different operation of the chain conveyor that require the carefully attention and regular lubrication for that chain conveyor. Okay, there is a, we require the regular lubrication. If there is a high operating speed, then chair wear is a significant. Hence the chain conveyors are run at the maximum speed only 0.6 to 1 meter per second. The speed is a 0.6 to 1 meter second. Okay, Then last type of the chain conveyor is a screw conveyor. Okay, here is a inlet and outlet is shown, means loading and unloading material is there. Okay, what is the construction of, if you have seen the figure, then see there is a screw conveyor consists of a screw of worm is there. Okay, in that in the form of a helix. Okay, or we can say the rotating in tube or tube. Okay, it consists of screw or worm in the form of helix and rotating in through or tube is there. The material is moved along the axis due to the action of the screw. Action of the screw. The screw is rotating clockwise or anti-clockwise. If this rotating clockwise, then this material will be move along the axis of the action of the screw. The full bladed screw are used for the maximum conveying capacity. Okay, when you using the full blade screw, then there is a capacity is the maximum. Then what is the advantages of the screw conveyor? The screw conveyor can handle what as well as the wet material. Remember that screw conveyor is used for the handling the what as well as a wet material. Okay, they can transport the material from the fine powder. Okay, they can transport the material from fine powder to animal feeds, coal is there, to slurries, etc. Okay, this is the use of the screw conveyor. Then what is the limitation? The screw conveyor have the low volume capacity as compared to the other conveyor belt. Okay, this is low volume capacity. Okay, all of you getting, we have seen the different belt conveyors. Okay, sometimes you will get the comparison of the belt conveyor, chain conveyor, and screw conveyor. Okay, you have to remember the application advantages and disadvantages. With the help of, you can write the comparison with the belt conveyor, chain conveyor, and screw conveyor. There are different elements are used in the belt conveyor system. We have seen conveyor belt is there, drive pulley or head pulley is there, tail pulley is there, snub pulley is there, idlers, belt take-up tension, feeder unit, discharge unit, or drive unit. Okay. Then next part is a component of the belt conveyor. Okay, component of the belt conveyor, there are, we are using the two components. First is a carcass is there, and second is a rubber cover is there. Rubber covers are there. Okay, this inside shown in this figure, this is the carcasses are used, and the cover of that belt conveyor is a material is a rubber covers is there. Carcass is the body of the belt. Remember that, which provide the basic strength of to take care of all forces acting on the belt. When you apply the some load or when you kept the material on the belt, then they have given the strength to take care of the forces acting on the belt during the conveyor operation. There are two types of the carcass are used in the conveyor belt. One is a textile fabric is there, fabric ply belt is there, and second is a other is a steel cord case is there. Okay, steel cord belt is there. See the construction of this fabric plies are used inside the belt, and here is a rubber cover is used outside the belt. Okay, this fabric plies also having the maximum flexibility, and sometimes we are using the steel cord belt. Again, steel cord belt having the maximum strength. Okay, and in between the fabric reinforcement we are using the steel cord belt. Okay, remember that there is a, you have to remember that fabric ply belts and steel cord belt. This steel cord belts load supporting the carcass made up of number of layers of a plies. There is a cotton is there, polyester is there, or fabric is there. This carcass is covered to top and bottom by rubber is providing top and bottom. Okay. Then these are providing for the damage of the against the protection are provided against the damage. Okay, these are used. And if you have seen in steel cord belts, there is a load supporting that carcass made up of steel cord running that parallelly along the length of the belt. Okay, with the help of belt, then top and bottom by rubber cares are provided against the damage. Okay, same thing is here. But what is the advantages of the steel cord belts? There will get the higher braking strength than the fabric ply belt. Okay. Also, we can say the ultimate tensile strength or maximum strength up to 800 Newton per mm square as compared to up to the 200 Newton per mm square. If you have seen the fabric ply belt conveyor, then we'll get 2000 Newton per mm square. Then here we'll get the low elongation or stretchability. Here we are using the fabric plies, that's why we'll get the more stretchability. Okay, this is the more flexible, run on the smaller diameter of the pulley, but here we require the more or maximum diameter of the pulley. This run over the maximum diameter. Do not create the bending resistance in the steel cord belt, but here they are create the bending resistance. Okay, this rubber act as a, see, there is a fabric reinforced are used. Rubber acts as a single mass without discontinuous make the belt more homogeneous. Okay. Fabric belt, here we are using the number of plies. See, here we are using the 1, 2, 3, 4 plies are used. This is the difference in between that two. This number of plies are varies between the 3 to 12. We are using only that. Okay. And we are using the cotton fabric belt are there. Okay. Less number of plies in polyester. If you are using the material polyester, then rayon. Okay, you have to remember that difference in between that conveyor belt. There is a consist of a conveyor belt, uh, two parts. First is a carcass and rubber covers. Okay, all of you getting that two things, fabric ply belt and the carcass is there. Then next part is a, you have given the, you have given the crown face type pulley is there. Okay, different types of the pulleys we are using in the when you use the belt conveyor. Okay, we'll see the details one by one. Okay, before going on that, you know, the first is a, what is the belt take up tension device. Okay, or what is the purpose of belt take up tension device? This is the belt take up tension device. See, this is the figure of the belt take up tension device. Okay, see in this figure, belt take up tension device is used in the belt conveyor to maintain the adequate tension in the belt. We have seen already in the flat belt conveyor, I have explained what is the purpose of the belt take up tension device. They have maintained the adequate tension in the belt to transmit the mechanical power from the drive pulley to the belt. Okay, to transmit the mechanical power from this drive to the uh, belt. Okay, without slip under all operating conditions, are not slipping, without slipping all operating conditions. And second thing is a limit the belt sag. Okay, remember that these two purpose, that's why we are using the belt take up device. There are different types of the belt take up device. Screw type belt take up device. Then next is a This is the screw type take-up tension device. Then second is a vertical gravity type take-up. Then third is a horizontal gravity type of take-up. Then fourth is a winch operated take-up. These four types are given for the take-up device. As per the application, you have to choose one by one. Okay, first we'll see the what is the screw type take-up device. If you have seen in the figure screw type take-up, the take-up device is installed with the tail pulley. Okay, here we have seen in that circle, we have taken the cross section view of the screw type take-up. See here longitudinal view. Okay, this is the tail pulley is used. Okay, which is also act as a take-up pulley. Okay, take-up pulley. Remember that first we are using the tail pulley. This is act as a take-up pulley. The screw type take-up consists of a two bearing housing. Okay, there is a bearing house for the shaft is given. Here we are using the two bearing housing supporting the shaft. Okay, supporting the shaft and capable of sliding in fixed guide. Okay, there are two numbers of the bearing we are using. The bearing housing are connected to that screw. Check that. This bearing house is connected to the screw. There are again two number of a screw. Okay. By rotating that screw, the bearing housing can be made to side in fixed guide. Okay, what happen when this bearing housing can be made on the to the slide in fixed guide, thereby adjusting the belt tension, adjusting the belt tension. Okay, this screw type take up are compact in arrangement, right? Compact in arrangement. Such take-ups require careful attention while carrying out adjustment so as to avoid the excessive tension in the belt. If there is a excessive tension, then you have to take care of this. Then hence screw type take-up are used only in the short length. Okay. If there is a conveyor length is a very short, then you have to choose only the which type of the take-up device, screw type of take-up device. Okay, all of you getting? There we are using the two number of a bearing housing. They are supporting for the shaft. There is a guideway is given. This bearing house is connected to the screw. There, this screw is attached to the handle wheel. Okay, we are maintain the tension with the help of that rotating that handle wheel. There is a nut is given to there are fix the screw. Okay, the bearing house are connected to the screw. Again there are two number of the screw are we are use. The next one is a vertical gravity type take up. Okay, vertical gravity type take up. The vertical gravity type take up device that's shown in this figure, that consists of two bent pulley. Okay, that consists of a two bent pulley. We have seen in the flat belt conveyor same construction. Here we are using this one is the bent pulley, and second this is the bent pulley. We are using two bent pulley. This take up here and this bend pulley are attached to the take up pulley. Okay, take up pulley, and this take up pulley is attached the dead weight. Okay, weight is there. Okay, then it consists of a two bend pulley, take up pulley and the dead weight. Okay, this device is located in a place where the belt tension is minimum. Okay, remember that there is one condition where we'll get the minimum belt tension. There we want to the use that device. Okay, where we are using on the lower learn of the belt near to the tail pulley, near to the tail pulley. Okay, we are not using near to the head pulley. You have to use this device near to the tail pulley, and where we'll get the maximum tension. The belt tension can be adjusted by applying the dead weight. Okay, you can adjust the belt tension with the help of applying the dead weight on that take up pulley. Okay, if you want to the less tension, then you can apply the less weight. If you want to the maximum tension in the belt, then you can apply the maximum weight. Okay, then there is a vertical gravity type take up are highly reliable and maintenance free. Okay, this is the highly reliable and maintenance free. The exact required belt tension can be created by putting the approach of the dead weight. Okay, as per your requirement, you can add the weight and maintain the tension. Okay. However, the arrangement of gravity that take up are relatively bulky. Okay. Remember that this very simple construction is given. Then next one is a horizontal gravity take up device. Check that in the figure shows it consists of this horizontal gravity type take up device. Tail pulley is there. Here is a tail pulley. That tail pulley mounted on pulley trolley. Okay, here is a pulley trolley is given. See that this is the pulley trolley. Okay, this belt tail pulley mounted on that pulley trolley. Okay, having the four flag wheels. Okay, here is a four flag wheels are used. Okay, the pulley trolley which is loaded by the dead weight. Okay, see here this uh, pulley trolley is loaded by the dead weight. The dead weight is attached to the pulley trolley. Okay, through that ropes move along the guide frame. Here is a one guide frame is given. Okay, that guide frame rope moves along that guide frame. Okay, there is a rope is attached to the that pulley trolley is there. As the take up device moves in horizontal direction, it is known as a horizontally gravity take up device. Okay, this horizontally gravity type take up are used whenever or where the conveyor setup does not have necessary headroom to install vertical gravity take up between the ground and conveyor. Okay, they are also used in the long conveyor with fabric belt. Okay, where we are not required the vertical gravity take up tension device, there we have to use the horizontal gravity type take up. Okay, then last is a winch operated take up. In winch operated take up device, see the figure, it consists of a first is a again tail pulley is there. Okay, same construction is given in horizontal and gravity, but see what is the difference. Okay, it consists of a tail pulley that mounted on again pulley trolley. Okay, having the four flagged wheels are there. The pulley trolley which is loaded by the motorized winch. Okay, this pulley trolley is loaded by the motorized winch is there. Here the rope is attached to that motorized winch. Okay, this moves along the horizontal guide frame. Again same construction is there, only this weight are replaced by the motorized winch is there. This winch motor is automatically operated, okay, by the sensor unit which take input from the tension in wire rope of the winch. Okay, when the belt tension and hence the tension in wire rope of winch reduce the below particular limit. Okay, the sensor unit switches of the winch motor. Okay, they are increase the belt tension. Once the tension in belt reaches the desired value, then the sensor unit switch off the winch motor. They are using in that automation. Okay, this motorized winch are automatically run over the sensor. Okay, sensor will guide. If once you have reached the required tension in the belt, then they are automatically switch off that sensors. Okay, this is the difference in horizontally gravity type take up or winch operated type take up tension device. Guys, today we'll stop here. Next lecture we will see the remaining part of the unit number 3. Thank you.